Another day come to a close. It's getting kind of late. It's almost 8 o'clock. I'm sitting here at the house. I'm actually just waiting to go get a pizza for supper tonight. So that's bachelor living right there. We should get pretty close to finishing up our dirt project tomorrow. I think the first part of it. So we worked pretty late again this evening as well. So yeah, tomorrow we should just kind of put the finishing touches on everything. I hope that's kind of what the plan is now. Then of course we're going to cut logs again in the morning. So hopefully the rain will kind of stay at bay and we can, have a decent week of moving some logs and getting some logs out, because, last week wasn't good at all for us. So yeah, guys, thanks a lot for following along. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hang out with us again tomorrow. We'll be laboring on Labor Day, because that's what we do. We're laborers. Yeah, that's about it. Check out Logger Threads. Sale's still going on until tomorrow at midnight. Use code LOGIT15 at checkout. Save on your order. New design should be here probably in about, I'd say, less than 2 weeks. A new Log It or Lose It design will be in. We'll be shipping those out. So look for that. Other than that, that's it, guys. Enjoy your weekend. See you tomorrow. Just a little before 11:30, and we're already on our way out. Me and Dad are, from cutting and dragging. We cut, I don't know, wasn't a big bunch, but, well, maybe, we cut and got out maybe 5,000 feet this morning. Whoa, Dad's getting a little sideways in the trailer there. That's what's bad. It's the road into the club here is dry, but back here, this whole log road we made under the canopy, it just won't get any sun or wind and it won't dry. It's just greasy as can be. And that's our log deck back there. It's just kind of a mud hole. I was telling Dad this morning we ought to cut a few more trees to kind of let some sunlight in there, at least where we can keep that deck area kind of dry. It makes working it up a lot nicer when it's dry, when you're working up logs, not slopping around. And I'm going to go out here now and meet up with Brandon. Brandon, he rode up here with me this morning. He's up here. I think he put the culvert in, and I don't know what else. I don't know. I guess we'll go out here and find out and see. Dad cut this big sycamore just a minute ago, and I was coming up to help him work it up, and I seen this guy crawling out of one of the limbs up there. We're going to let him go, but I seen his tail hanging out, so I thought we'd grab him. Kind of doing some finish work here on the levee. So Brandon's got the tube in there. I went over here and tracked all this in. Brandon's kind of tamping that into the bucket because it's wet out there. So it's better for him to tamp it in than me to try to get out there with a skid steer and track it in. He also dug a drainage ditch. Let's see if I can turn here. Kind of see it runs right out through there, and we just took that dirt and kind of spread it out there to make it look nice. There was nothing else to do with it. Kind of leveled it out there. See, there's a dirty window, I'm sorry. Of course, we still need to kind of push that brush up and pile it there. But yeah, it's looking really good. We've got some before and after pictures. I'll probably post those up on the Turner Logging LLC Instagram page. Just kind of give you an idea what this looked like when we started. Of course, we widened this, I think, 6 feet total, the levee road here. Put the new whistle in. Drainage ditch down through there, which this was the big undertaking right here. This was the biggest project here, or the biggest part of the project here on the farm. Now he's still got to dig some drainage ditch and clean out some ditch, the sill on down below here with the hoe. And he'll probably use the little dozer with the 6-way on that a little bit. But everything's went pretty smooth. It's I don't know if it's went any faster or slower than we anticipated. Excuse me. It seems like we can't ever get enough done fast enough, but I think that's the story of any kind of operation. There are rain chances tomorrow, and I think about every day this week, with a strong chance on Thursday. But we should have all this wrapped up. Hopefully by the end of the day we'll have the Levy project wrapped up here. Then we just got to dig the drainage. That's a pretty handy little Cabelco there. Jeff commented the other night that we need to look into a 315 Cat. I'll agree. I mean, if I was going to buy one, I would probably buy a Caterpillar. I'm kind of a fan of Cat construction equipment, but I have been hearing a lot of good things about these Cabelcos, the Komatsus. I hear a lot of good things about the Komatsu hose, even Hitachi. Some of those, I mean, what I consider an off-brand, you know, I consider your big brands like Deere and Cat, which I think Komatsu makes quite a bit of equipment. I think everything I've heard about the Komatsu equipment's pretty good. Now, like I said, this is just what I read and hear from other operators, because, you know, I don't work in the dirt enough to know who makes the better equipment. I try to stay in the timber as much as I can. I mean, I do enjoy doing this logging stuff. I'm zoning out. I mean, I do enjoy doing this dirt stuff. It's pretty enjoyable. I know me and Brandon have a lot of fun doing it. And we try to take on every dirt project that comes along. I say every one of them. We try to take on most of them. Well, here I'm working on their ramp. This is where they back their pump into the river at. And they pump the duck lake full of water. And it's gravelled for the most part, but the floods, like the river, the Osage is starting to kind of recede. It's kind of what we're thinking anyway. Now the Meridazine, which is just about a mile north as the crow flies, is probably going to back some of this up if it keeps coming up, because it's still coming up. So I can't get down as far as here as I want to go, because me and Brandon talked about this. I don't want to take the chance of getting too far out there, because this machine, you might put it in reverse, it might just keep on going. So this is about as far as I'm going to go for now. I'll have to let it, you can kind of see over here to the side, kind of zoom in there. The track got soft right there, so really they need to put some more gravel in here, some more rock. I'd put some heavy rock in here, some 4 and 5 inch, and kind of mash it down. I don't know if that would be right, but that's what I would do. I mean, different people might do different things, and really concrete might be the better option. Just pouring a couple truckloads of concrete here. Just because, like I said, they back their pump right in here, and this is where they pump the water out of. So we're not going to go any further. Just trying to clean this out. But it does need to be cleaned out a little more. Definitely have to wait till the water goes down. We've widened it a little bit. I widened it from what it was. And really, I might try to take a little bit of this edge off right here, because there's kind of a hump on this edge. We'll waller these weeds down here, all this ragweed. My allergies have been crazy. I didn't used to have any kind of allergy problems, but anymore it seems like when the pollen on this ragweed gets bad, I get to sneezing, my nose gets to running. Brandon, he's over here behind me working on a drainage ditch somewhere. I was going to try to work on this real quick, and I was going to go sync up with him and probably start moving some dirt. Stuff he's dredging out, that silt. Maybe this will be alright. We might not have to try to cut this down. I don't know. I like everything. I think if it turns from what I would like a lot of times, I'd like everything to be in a straight shot. You can see, yeah, we're going to go ahead and cut this off right here and kind of make it where it's not angled. Then we're going to sync up with Brandon. It's a pretty neat deal here. We've seen this the other day, and I kind of knew what it was before they told me, but this, that's what they use to keep the beavers from plugging up their drainage. The control box, you can kind of see it there on top. We'll go over here. You can see this thing. It's called a control box. That box right there. That's how they control the water level in the ponds here, in the duck ponds. There's that little box right there. They control how much water comes in or out through that box. Well, naturally, it's dry right now. We wouldn't be doing the work, but they have a trapper that comes in here, and that's actually how we got the job. We did some work for this trapper here a couple of years ago over on the Kansas state line, and you know, they were talking to him saying, well, I guess I've heard two different variations of the story. One was he said, you guys need to have some of these big trees cut. The other story was they wanted to have some trees cut, and he mentioned our name. Either way, we're here cutting trees now. But back to my story. That's to keep the beavers from plugging up that whistle, because they will do it. They will plug it up just, I mean, tight too. I don't know how they do what they do. Beavers are so, I mean, they're such engineers. Their ingenuity is incredible. But when all this is flooded, the beaver and otter are back in here. You know, the beaver are back in here because they're out of the main channel, and they can come in here and make dams and lodges, and it's got a lot to eat on with all the ash and willow. But the otters, they've got a crossover trail right here on this whistle, and it would be an incredible place to catch otters. I would like to come in here and do some trapping on them. Ooh, let's lower that bucket before we're trying to climb out of here. I would like to come in here and do some trapping on them this winter. Of course, I say every winter I'm going to set a few traps, and every winter comes and every winter goes, and I don't set any traps. Let's go find Brandon.